Hello lovelies and happy International Scrapbooking Day. So this is a bit of a special video. I'm doing this as a 2-in-1 just in case I don't get a second video made for this, but first I'm going to talk about this. There's a YouTube hop with a bunch of awesome ladies and the theme is rather appropriate for National or International Scrapbooking Day. It's for the love of scrapbooking, so it's something to do with why we love scrapbooking. Yeah, just something to do with scrapbooking and yeah, all that kind of thing. But Sara, who you might know around the interwebs as Sara Scraps, has organised something rather clever. It's called the One Challenge Wonder, and she's got a few great companies sponsors together so that the idea is to create one layout which will be entered across 3 different places, and there's a whole bunch of prizes just for making that one layout that you go in the draw for if you do all the different steps. For Sara's one, this is how it works. You've got to make a layout based on the sketch that she's made, which is this sketch, and use your stash, but you've got to incorporate sequins and bonus entry if you incorporate a cut file, and you've got to be a member of Rediscover Your Stash scrapbook group, that's Sara's group, Spread the Sparkle, that's Spiegelmum Scraps group, and Cut to You HQ group. You've got to post your layout in each of the group's One Challenge Wonder album. There'll be an album probably with this as the thumbnail, and there's a crazy bunch of prizes. I can't remember how many prizes, but there's a lot that you go in the draw for. It's not just 3. I wanted to do 2, one for this and one for this. Now I wasn't sure whether I would be able to make that happen, so I'm going to do 1 and combine the 2 because let's be real, you know, One Challenge Wonder, it's all in the spirit of that. I'm going to use Sara's sketch and I'm going to make a scrapbooking themed layout. I've pre-prepared a few elements of it. I have ticked the cut file box by using this Cut to You Rascog cut file. I reduced it down to it's 7 inches high, so I was a bit worried about how I would go with backing it because every time you make it smaller the little outlines get smaller too, but it went alright. I wasn't actually going to back any of the little contents of the Rascog cart, but once I just did the Rascog they look naked because the layout's about a Rascog cart, so the story is about why I needed another cart. Yeah, we brought that second Rascog cart home and it was either the same afternoon or the morning after, but this guy, I asked him to put it together to sort of keep him away from his screen, and he didn't even open the book, the manual. He just grabbed the parts and started. He would occasionally glance over at the existing Rascog and just put the thing together in record time. So yeah, teenagers have a use after all. Awesome. So in addition to doing that, because that would just take up time, I pre-prepared the background because I wanted it to flatten overnight, which I'm glad I did. I used Basil Marshmallow, which is quite a stiff firm cardstock, but I didn't put any gesso on it thinking 1 spray it'll be fine and then it'll dribble down. Not quite so. What I did was I have got a sticker holder in front of me on my desk, so I spread this giant thing of butcher paper. I'll put a picture of that setup either on my blog or if I can figure out a way of inserting it, but I stood this up like that and I sprayed like straight this way, because if you spray downwards it doesn't spray properly and it clogs up, but I had to do a couple of sprays to get it to run down, and I didn't wait for it to fully dry before I did the next one because I did want them to mix a little bit, and I mostly chose Lindy's Stamp Gang with a couple of Heidi shines because I really wanted the sparkle. So that's my interpretation of these scallopy bits. The other thing is I cut 1 inch off 2 sides because I wanted to have some kind of a background with a little bit around the edges. So I don't know yet what I'm going to do. So anyway, here's a massive stack of paper that I'm going to work from, because all these collections, one thing they have in common besides being crafty themed is that they all have this lovely minty green, minty Rascog green. So there's the new I think it's from last year, I Heart Crafting by Echo Park. I've only got a few bits of that. I didn't look very hard, but I have a massive pile of paper that needs to be put away. So then there's the I'd Rather Be Crafting, which was their previous one. They look fairly similar. Then there's the older Crafty Girl by Simple Stories. Now I know I've used a fair bit of this, so I don't have much left. And then I've got quite a bit of the Hey Crafty Girl, which is their newer one, and that goes quite well with the earlier Echo Park one. It's got a lot of the peaches and the minty greens and this kind of grassy green and the orange. So I'm going to get bits and pieces of that and try and make it work. First things first, I need to probably put a backing on this, because then as I work on it, it will keep flattening. In hindsight, I would have put gesso on it if I knew that I was going to have to put that much mist, but it is what it is. These cameras, I know I've got a fair whack of that. I've got a few sheets. That's quite nice. It's got a dark, almost black grain to it. So if I incorporate some more wood grainy type elements in the actual layout, that might work. Right, so this is definitely going to be a job for permanent glue dots. And the cool thing about these is that because they're not completely flat, they just give the teeniest, tiniest little bit of dimension. So I like that effect. But before I do that, I'm going to liberally ink up the edges in black and ink up everything else in black, just to bring out the black, because Max is wearing his beloved black Vans hoodie. So I know it looks like I'm using an absolute ton of glue dots, and I am, but what I found is that any kind of watercolory paper, no matter how much you flatten it and everything like that, once you stick it to something else, the glue dots will hold, they won't let it go, but it will start pulling away and you'll see sort of warpy bits. So I found that the more glue dots you apply, the less you'll get that effect. Now the trick here is to get it more or less even. So my chair is up more or less as high as it goes, because I'm not the tallest person in the world. Look, that's good enough. It's not really that even, but it will do. Next, where's the sketch? I love that Sarah's used washi tape, so it looks like it's pinned up on a board. So that's so these are going to look really cute, just sort of stacked up like they're all being taped up onto a board. But they do need some more mats. This is the second layout in a row I've done that's kind of mixed media-y, just not really like me at all. So I'm going to grab some of those papers and just put, say, maybe 3 mats behind each one. I have 3 different orangey, reddy, peachy kind of papers, 3 different Rascog minty greens. This one's a bit darker, but it's basically the same colour, just darkened up. It's a scrap from the scrap bin. I think I used that to back the actual cart in some places. And I'm going to use 3 of these dark, sort of blacky, wood grainy type ones, and that's going to add a bit of interest. Stick these and then come in with the washi tape. I'm going to use glue dots because I'm not sure how they'll stick to this shiny stuff that they put in the mist. I'll start with this top one. That's not ideal, but it means that I can have a little bit of an embellishment in this spot, and then I can journal sort of here and put my little cart there. Hopefully that'll work. It's just covering that pile of screws here, but you can see them in these pictures, so that's fine. Before I do anything else, I probably should put the cart in place, and I think this is going to need pop dots. Foam on the back, glue dots on the foam, and here we go. I'm just going to put it as far to the edge as I can. I have to remember to ink that paper as well. Now, tape for the photos. I'm not 100% sure where this is from, but it could be from Chamel's Never Grow Up. Don't quote me though. I'm not totally convinced about the placement of that, but I'm just not going to worry about it. Let's see, I probably should get the journaling down. Maybe I'm going to just put the journaling here and just leave this space, because if I put embelly up there, yeah, I'm just going to write here. Okay, in fact, I might even draw some lines. The problem is I don't know how many I'll need. That I haven't really left myself room for the title. It's supposed to go here. It might have to overlap the cart, which I'm okay with. Since I couldn't think of a witty kind of a title to use with this, I thought I'd just try some of those ready-made stickery things. Now, these are fresh into Pink Crafty headquarters. There's these Paige Evans ones from her new collection Wonders, and these from Vicky Booten. Colour something or other. Maybe something like this could combine, do all the things. You can do all the things, because part of the story, or at least my memories of it, were that he really surprised me that he could do that. The story is sort of in equal parts about my expanding supplies and him being able to do this whole putting together business. Embellies up here, and I don't know, maybe somewhere else. Might put something in there. I've got a selection of random stickers. I pulled apart that sticker book from Vicky Booten and the chipboard. I'm wondering whether some of these clips could be used to sort of continue that idea of the washi tape. Let's see, especially the black ones. Actually, what if I put pop dots behind them? Out some of these. I definitely want to use this because that was from one of the Simple Stories sheets. So if I put it up here on the most opposite end, see, I like this. It says I can totally make that, because that's he totally did. I move the washi. Either the washi could. I like that washi there though. Maybe we can kind of fake it and put it. What if we put it like that? Put this sticker here. And then put the clip back. If I put that here, it just looks, does it though? Yes, the scale's wrong, but it kind of looks deliberate. Alright, I'll do that. I'll put it up on pop dots. So it's pop dots on top of pop dots, which is fine. You make the world more colourful. Well, he certainly does. The only thing is that spelling. Can I live with it? I think I probably can. See, the cart over here looks a little bit weird all by itself. Maybe we need to move it somewhere. quite like that because it's a nice contrast. You can still read that even though the clip is a little bit in the way. I just feel that this kind of needs something behind it. What I did like the idea of is to put this beautiful Rainbow Viewmaster wheel there. Maybe we can tuck this somewhere behind. So I'm alright with tucking half of it away as long as at least one of the wheels shows so that it still looks like a cart. Yeah, let's do that. And then this, I'll put half on pop dots, half not. If I put it somehow like this and kind of all of it can show, I'll stick this bit, I made that because I'll cut off this arrow, and then if I stick it onto this cut, it'll be like, that's what he made. So ink, and maybe double pop dots. And I was looking at this flower from the Vicky Booten sticker book, and it sort of brings in that black and white again. It looks really nice just tucked somewhere. Now for some sprinkly bits. This particular Spiegel Mum Scraps Hex of Frost, I think it is a perfect Rascog teal. So I'll sprinkle a few of those here and here. But this black ink splatter on the Vicky Booten sticker sheet reminded me that I could do that. I thought about that actually, but then I was a bit worried that, you know, black is very stark, so if it goes wrong it's going to go very, very, very wrong. But at this point I might just go for it. So very carefully working around the wet mist. It will dry eventually, even on the glossy stuff. Right. Date. I think here, then I can make this a cluster of its own. Alright. Now pulling out the mini and micro glue dots. Like it's missing something. Maybe these puffies, these are Vicky Booten. I've used that peachy colour quite a bit here. Maybe I should bring that back out a bit more. Yeah, what about that? I don't know, it's not quite how I imagined, but it's not that far off, so I'm reasonably pleased with it. I will put some stills at the end of the video, and I will add all the links in the description box to the One Challenge Wonder, and also the list of girls who are doing that, and the list of girls who are playing along with the For the Love of Scrapbooking YouTube hop. So all that will be down there. It's going to be a fair bit to go through, but whatever you need, it will be there. And if you're not sure or you need some more info, just shoot me through an email, alex@pinkcraftymama.com. Thanks so much for watching, and please be sure to check out all the girls who are doing the For the Love of Scrapbooking hop, and also Sara, Katie, Felicia, Suzanna and myself, who are doing the examples, presenting the examples for Sara's One Challenge Wonder. So thanks for stopping by. I hope you come back again soon. Bye.